Good day, everyone, especially to our instructor for BPED 117. Good day, sir. By the way, I am Darwin B. Mabasa, a third year BPED student, and also I am the first discussant in the Unit 5, which is the assessment evaluation in the K-12 curriculum. So, um, we have our introduction. So assessments and evaluations are important parts of the K-12 curriculum as they help determine if the curriculum is effective and meet its objectives. So meaning to say, assessment and evaluations are crucial components of the K-12 curriculum in the Philippines. They serve as tools to measure the effectiveness of the curriculum and ensures that students are learning and progressing as intended. So through in assessment and evaluation, it is a tools to measure the effectiveness of the teachers or the learners during the discussions or after the discussions. So they can easily identify the progression or the development of every individuals after the discussions or even during the discussion. So first, let us first define what is assessment. So assessment is the process of measuring how well students are learning and progressing. Different types of assessment includes formative, summative, diagnostic, performance, and self-assessment. So here in assessment is the process of gathering informations about student learning. This can be done through various methods. So later on we discuss the different methods of assessment. So here in assessment, it focus about the teaching. It's focus about the teaching strategy or giving an assessment for the learners or even something if it is a written or even it is a performance assessment. So here in assessment, it is an assessment is to provide an assessment for the student after or during the discussion. So they can they can work together, they can participate after the discussions what the teachers implement during the discussion. So first, we have five methods of assessments. We have formative assessments, summative assessment, diagnostic assessment, performance assessment, and self-assessments. So let us first define what is formative assessment. So formative assessment, these assessments are conducted throughout the learning process to monitor student progress and provide feedback for improvement. So here in formative assessment, like for example, the teachers provide a quiz or even class participations during the discussions or even give an homework assignment so that the student could share their ideas, what are those knowledge they have through providing the teachers through the teachers provide an assessment or different assessment focus on formative assessment. So those assessment like quizzes, class participation, and homework assignments are parts in formative assessment. The next one is summative assessment. In summative assessment, these assessments are given at the end of a unit or course to measure overall learning and understanding. Um, as we all know that summative assessment can be done after the end of the something at the end of the unit. There's the teachers give or provide an something assessment that is based on knowledge for the students during in or after the discussion in every unit. So the summative, like for example, include test questionnaires or even provide projects and even presentation. So those are examples of summative assessment. Then the third one is diagnostic assessments. These assessments are used to identify students' strengths and weaknesses at the beginning of a unit of course. This information helps teachers tailor their instruction to meet individual student needs. So here in diagnostic assessment, as we observe or as we experience, the teachers provide a diagnostic test to measure the capabilities or the weakness and strengths of the student. What are those knowledge na, that the student answer those diagnostic tests. So before the teachers discuss their own topic, they provide a diagnostic test to measure their capabilities when it comes this kind of assessment. Then the next one is the performance assessment. And this assessment requires students to demonstrate their skills and knowledge through practical tasks such as solving problems, creating products, or performing a skill. So here, performance assessment, it focus about through performance assessment. Something there's a focus a lot of something performance that the student shows their capabilities when it comes to performance like solving problems, and also the creating products like mga projects or something. They show or they present their own ideas in front of the class, and also the performance skills or the skills or the abilities of the student, like to dance or to play different activities or to play any kind of sports. That is part of performance assessment. Then the last one is self-assessments. These assessments encourage students to reflect on their own learning and identity areas where they need to improve. The self-assessment focus about the student, or it focus about the improvement of student. They want to share the ideas, or they can identify themselves that they want to improve their learning style or learning capabilities, such as something by asking, by raising their concern, by something by giving feedbacks of the teachers, so that the student could identify what are those skills or capabilities or abilities that they can improve, that they can progress, so that the student could something could show the or could present their own ideas in order for them to have something, a better outcome or a better something performance based, or something this the teachers give um, a wonderful something feedbacks through the self-assessment of that student. Then here in Unit 5, let us also discuss the evaluation. So the process of interpreting assessment result to make judgments about what students have learned. Curriculum evaluation is an essential part of adapting and implementing a new curriculum. So here in evaluations in the K-12 curriculum, it is focused about um, the teachers judge the performance of every learners. They can easily identify the weaknesses and strengths of every learners. So through this evaluation, they can make their own they can make their own something ideas or strategies that the student um, be able to perform those kind of activities, or that kind of performance for the students. So it is the responsibility of the teachers to provide an activities that is suit of every learners, that they cannot feel hard, they cannot feel something difficulties when it comes to performance, or even in even different assessments that the teachers provide, they cannot experience difficulties. So it is very important that the teachers evaluate every learners, because through evaluations or through the different perspective of teachers, they can provide their own teaching strategies. Then here are some other aspects of assessment and evaluation in the K-12 curriculum. First, we have the National Assessment of Student Learning. The Department of Education DepEd conducts a national assessment of student learning to measure how well students are progressing. So, um, this assessment helps identify areas where the curriculum needs improvement and provides valuable insight for educational policy decision. So the main purpose of DepEd, or the Department of Education, they can use this kind of evaluation to to foster or to ensures that the student there's a development and the progression of every student, meaning to say through evaluation or through conducting an evaluations in national assessment of student learning, um, we can easily identify what the weaknesses and the strengths must must the student have. Then the second one is spiral progression. So the K-12 curriculum uses a spiral progression approach. So to help students master concepts and skills at each grade level. So first, before we proceed in a spiral progression, here are the key features of the K-12 curriculum. In the Philippines, incorporate several key features that enhance learning and assessment, which are the spiral progression. So here in spiral progression, the curriculum follows a spiral progressions approach, which means that concepts or skills are introduced gradually and revisited at increasing levels of complexity throughout the different grade levels. This helps students build a strong foundation of knowledge and skills over time. So here in spiral progressions in evaluations in the K-12 curriculum, it focus about something the main or the main purpose of that kinds of something level or interest of the student, because in the K-12 curriculum they introduce the very important something important needs of the student that they could apply. So meaning to say it is focused about the strong foundations of knowledge and skills over time for the student. Then the next one is the co-curricular activities. Here in co-curricular activities, um, includes the curriculum includes co-curricular activities and community involvement to complement classroom learning. Meaning to say, the curriculum includes curricular activities such as sports, arts, and clubs to complement classroom's learning and provide opportunities for student development outside of the academic realm. These activities help students build social skills, develop talents, and explore their interests. So here in co-curricular activities focus about the practices of every individuals. It could lead them to being prepared for their futures. The purpose of co-curricular activities is to show their skills, to show their capabilities when it comes to participations, or even to attain different organizations, to participate um, different um, activities or programs that schools implement. So that is the main focus of curricular activities. So I think that's the end of my part. And also in addition, by incorporating these key features, the K-12 curriculum aims to create a holistic learning environment that fosters student growth and development. That's the end of my part. Thank you everyone and have a good day.